So a little after 3 o'clock this afternoon, around 3:10, one of our officers from our traffic enforcement unit was out on a traffic stop in the area of Grape and Smith Street. He was sitting in his car conducting traffic as part of the traffic stop, at which point he heard shots fired from the south of him, further down Grape Street. Two of those rounds that were fired from the shot, at least two of those rounds, we're still looking further, but at least two of those rounds struck the patrol car, which is a marked patrol car, had its lights on. It was obviously a police officer in the middle of a traffic stop, as you would normally see. Thankfully, the officer wasn't injured. We did see some people running from the scene. We're working through identifying, working towards, description, identifying the shooter involved. And so that's where you see so many officers around here. You see obviously the neighborhood's locked down. You see the helicopter above, and that's working to locate, identify, et cetera, in terms of who that shooter was that struck it. What's obviously a marked patrol vehicle, lights on, conducting a separate traffic stop. And so what we're asking, we do have streets shut down in the area. What we're asking is anybody in this area that has any information as to what happened, people running through the yards, any video on their house, anything along those lines, to please call 911 and help us solve this case.
Do you have a description of the person you're looking for?
Yeah, so I'm not going to get into specifics of that right now because we're working our way through. Maybe at some point we'll put a description out, but again, we're kind of working our way through that, and we don't want to. There's some information we're not going to share publicly at this point.
How many bullets were fired?
So at this point, I see at least 2 strikes in the vehicle. But again, we're working through with our technicians and everything else. I'm not sure how many total shots were fired, but I do know at least 2 struck the patrol vehicle.
Is the officer okay?
Yes, thankfully the officer wasn't struck. We're not aware of any injuries at this point associated with the incident.
What is this? I apologize. Did
That's
you
good.
continue?
What's that?
Were you continuing?
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
What exactly does the search entail right now? I see a helicopter. Is
Yeah.
that related to the search?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's multiple ways that we search for people, right? Whether so number one is we're going to lock the area down, right, with patrol cars. We're locked down with officers, make sure form our perimeters, and then we've got a combination of the helicopter. We've got K9 units out here, and we've got officers from a variety of police departments that are out here assisting with us. The state police, obviously, with the helicopter, and troopers on the ground. There's sheriff's deputies here, and I've seen officers from a variety of other police departments here as well, helping us search.
Do
this
you
is,
know
oh,
go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
This
Sorry.
that's okay. It's a great example of why how police departments come together, right? Everybody works as a team, collaborative effort. We talk about our teamwork all the time in our partnerships, and this is a great example of our partners, right? Other agencies in this area have dropped what they're doing, and they're here helping us search, and hopefully we bring this to a nice conclusion tonight.
Can you tell us how the officer's feeling now?
So I'm not going to get into specifics of the officer. Obviously, we're going to have him follow up with wellness and follow up through our procedures that we have to ensure that he's mentally, right, emotionally, mentally okay. So I'm not going to get any specifics with him right now, but other than he's seemingly doing okay. I spoke to him a little while ago. He's seemingly doing just fine at this point. But again, I don't want to get into specifics or any further details of where that goes from here, because obviously he just got shot at, right? While he's sitting in a police car in his uniform in broad daylight, he just got shot at, and that's a tough scenario.
Do you know if the person was on foot or in a vehicle?
So again, I'm not going to get into any sort of specifics in regards to the suspect or suspects at this point, because this is really active investigation, and I don't want to. We're not in a position to release any of that information publicly, because again, we're working on a few things, and I don't want to. We'll have more information, but I wanted to get the basics of what occurred out to everybody.
Is the public safe?
The public is safe at this point. We're not aware of any dangers to the public. Obviously, as we work our way through, but we have no information indicating that there's any sort of danger beyond the incident that just occurred.
To be clear, just one suspect or more?
Again, I'm not going to get into those specifics. I said suspect or suspects, all right?
But
Cool.
no one in custody at this time?
So again, we're talking to some people, right? We're working our way through. There's a variety of people that we are talking to. I don't want to call them in custody or anything along those lines at this point. Again, it's super early. This only occurred about an hour ago. But we are talking to some people. We are working our way through some investigative steps.
And the last question, the
Yeah.
perimeter that's blocked off,
Yep.
do you know how many streets?
I don't offhand. I don't know the map that we have blocked off. I'm sorry. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.